Good afternoon. I'm Logan Burns, live in the KUSI newsroom. At least 2 people are dead after a plane crashes on the 9900 block of Magnolia Avenue in Santee. The crash happened right around 12:15. KUSI has learned that the plane was a Cessna C-340. It was incoming from Yuma, Arizona. 2 local residents were taken to the hospital with minor injuries. Other residents in the area were also evacuated after the incident. KUSI's Hunter Sauer joins us live from the scene. And Hunter, what else are you learning?
Well, Logan, you can see behind me still a very active scene, and I want to give you the very latest updates. We were just able to hear from those leading this investigation who said, as you mentioned, those evacuations that go about a block from where we are now. They are also saying that the debris field is also a block from where we are now, and that really gives you a clear picture of just how vast this scene is. Of course, you just said this plane coming down about 12:15. We are still no closer to learning exactly what brought that plane down. We do know that the FAA from Washington, D.C., they are sending a team here to San Diego County, as well as our own local team of investigators from the FAA are coming and are on their way right now. A really interesting update that we got during this last press conference was that there is an active gas leak happening right now on this closest home that you see here to us. This is actually hindering their ability to get in and start this investigation on at least this closest home to where we are. And I think you can see actually now these teams arriving here to the scene. They are making sure that this is not only safe for firefighters, but of course safe for the teams to move in and start doing what they need to do. And we got some clarification on those fatalities. Behind this fire truck here, we do know that there was a UPS truck. They have confirmed it is a UPS truck. We are told that there has been 2 fatalities. Fire officials have not yet confirmed, but we are hearing that the driver of the plane and the driver of the UPS truck are those confirmed 2 fatalities. But it's still unclear exactly how many were in that plane. So take a look. This is an image of a plane that Logan was just telling you about. San Diego County Communications Office confirming that this was a Cessna 340A. Again, it was traveling from Yuma to Montgomery Field. And while this plane crashed just miles from Gillespie Field, we are being told that this was not their intended destination, that it just came down in this neighborhood. And again, we are at the corner lot of Jeremy and Greencastle Street in Santee. So while it happened to be just miles again from Gillespie Field, this is not where they were intending to land when this plane crashed. Certainly you can see the winds here. I asked if that has been impacting maybe their ability to get in and start this investigation, and I was told that at this point the firefighting efforts are the only thing that this wind would have been able to impact, and luckily crews were able to get in very quickly, do the work that they needed to do, and put those fires out. So again, we are at the scene right now in Santee, still very active. Evacuations are a block out, as well as that debris field a block out from where we are here at this intersection. So still a lot of unknowns at this time, but certainly they are getting in and doing what they can to get this information as quickly as possible out to people, because of course you can imagine so many heard those noises. I actually spoke to one resident who lives just a street over right after this happened. She reached out to me on Twitter and she said that she thought her windows were going to shatter. That's how strongly the impact was felt at her house specifically, and it really puts into perspective just how many people here have been traumatized by what they saw or by what they're seeing right now. So Logan, again, this is a very active scene. We're going to continue to stay here and get as much information as we can.
Yeah, and you talk about the wind and how that might hamper their efforts there on the ground. I was wondering if the wind might have played a part in the crash. I'm sure they'll be looking into that. Is it 2 houses, Hunter, that appear to be damaged? And also, are you getting any information about Santana High School? I know they were in kind of a lockdown, and I think that got lifted. It sounds like all the students there are fine. They're several blocks away from this incident.
Good question, Logan. That was actually something I wanted to reiterate. We know that 2 homes are completely destroyed. They are a loss. We know that 10 other homes were impacted by that debris falling from the either impact of the crash or from the plane itself. So 2 homes destroyed, 10 homes right now that have been impacted. Now, luckily, and what I probably should have started with, because this is the good news, is that fire officials do not believe that other than the 2 people that were taken to the hospital, that they don't think anybody else was in these two homes at the time of this crash. They cannot confirm that, but they said they have strong suspicions based on talking to the homeowners and people who live around here that nobody, or if they were home, they were able to get out. Some pets may have perished, but again, the good news is the people who lived in those homes either were not home at the time or they were able to get out. So, and again, Santana High School, they have been allowed to leave. They were under lockdown earlier this afternoon as all of this was happening as just a precaution. Logan.
So again, 2 people dead there in that fatal plane crash in Santee. Hunter Soward's live for us there on the scene. We'll, of course, have the very latest for you coming up in a little less than an hour on Good Evening San Diego. We hope to see you for that.